What's up guys, my name is Nate and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving some, oh my gosh, I already screwed this up. Today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to make your laptop last. I would pick this up more, but I'm tethered into multiple wires, so I can't. I have wire going to a computer, which is recording screen. I have my charger, which is going into the wall. I have a headphone jack, which is also going into an input because my capture card doesn't record audio through HDMI, which is odd, but whatever, I don't need it anyways, and it doesn't matter, so cool. And also the audio works, so that's good, I guess. So I think we should start off by setting up some battery saving and power saving preferences. So I'm going to be doing this all in Windows 11, so if you have Windows 10 it will be sort of the same, but you might have to do a couple other tricks that I'll probably hopefully remember to say in this video. So let's get started. So first, start by opening your settings app. It'll open like this. Give it a second if you have an older computer because it might take a while for this to open. I have a very powerful computer, so this didn't take very long at all. Number one tip, make sure your computer is up to date. Now, for all of my Dell friends, I can teach you how to do this in very easy steps. For any other company like HP, Acer, it's a little bit more tricky and you'll have to do this different steps. I don't care, shut up. The first thing, doing Windows updates. In Windows 11, you go into this screen, which is the first thing that comes up. In Windows 10, it's a weird box thing. You click the glass box, I think at the bottom says updates. You click that, you click check updates, and as you can see, my computer has an update because usually I update my computer every weekend. You can also go into this menu down here, which is advanced, and you can go into feature updates, which there is actually one, which is a community update for 22H2. It gives like some driver stuff and whatever. I'll give it a download install, and plus there's some other things I do. So while you do that, you can also run go into, for my Dell friends, you go back to the search bar and you hit Dell Update. It is this, not Dell Premier Color, this one right here, Dell Update. This will launch a program that hopefully got pre-installed onto your computer. And this is the screen here. It'll say welcome. To check your BIOS and other updates, click this. I'm going to put it into full screen for a second. And you're going to click check, making sure this is all recording. It's going to scan all of your drivers, your trackpad, Wi-Fi card, Bluetooth card, keyboard, screen, camera, anything component-wise inside of your computer, and check the drivers for it to see if there's any new drivers for it. Last time I checked the drivers was on 1.7 at 9:49 p.m. Apparently the last check was on the 20th of the same month, as today's the 5th, by the way. So it hasn't checked for some driver updates in quite a while. I usually don't check the drivers every single week, but I check for Windows updates every single week, just because this computer is so specific with its drivers and it drives me nuts. That's why I love this, because it's always a machine to diagnose and work on, and I love diagnosing and working on stuff. So now we just sit here and wait for it to determine some updates. As you see, we have some updates. It looks like we have a Dell Support OS Recovery plugin for Dell Update, which is this program. It might not need to restart, but we're going to click the automatic restart button anyways. We're going to click install. Actually, I want to not do that now because I might have to do something else. So we'll click install, and we're going to let this run. We're going to minimize this. And this is downloading stuff. I should have grabbed an Ethernet cable, which I didn't. I probably have an Ethernet. I've got the wrong bag. I don't have an Ethernet cable. Well, we're doing this over Wi-Fi, which is probably not the best because other people are going to be waking up in about 2 hours, so whatever. That's fine. We're doing this. The other thing is doing that next. NVIDIA friends. That's right. We're going to be doing some NVIDIA stuff. To get to your NVIDIA GeForce launcher, there's two different things you can do. There's two different things. You can go here, and in Windows 11, you would click Show More Options, and then you hit NVIDIA Control Panel. This is not the proper way, but this can lead into the next step, which is to save battery. So you can go into this menu. It's going to probably give you a couple more settings. Mine doesn't give me that many settings. Maybe I'll put a picture of what it's supposed to look like. But what you do is basically you can customize all of these, or you could set it to auto select, which I recommend for laptop users. For desktop users, just set it to high performance NVIDIA processor, or if you have a, a Zeus version of it, the Asus card, do the same thing. NVIDIA is better in every way, in my opinion. I have a 3060 in this laptop, so it's really not a big deal. But for desktop users, I recommend setting it to high performance. For laptop users like me, who take their laptop on the go, just leave it to auto select, and that's all you need to do. You can also use Windows graphics settings, which I think just opens the graphics menu, and you can select what programs to. Wow, that's a lot of Dolphin. I need to clear this out. You can set the games that you want to high performance. You can let Windows decide. Sometimes Windows decide high performance. Apparently, movie TV is not recommended high performance. I personally set it that way because I don't care. Certain games will set to high performance. Again, video editor, high performance. Why is that not recommended? I'm very confused, but whatever, it's fine. Anyways, that menu doesn't matter. This is not what we're looking for. We're actually looking for GeForce Experience. I can't read GeForce Experience. You click that, it'll open this. If you've never run GeForce Experience before, it'll have you do a set up an account sign in. I have an account already, so it's just gonna sign me in after it does that weird log thing. Maybe there was an update and I'm not sure. Oh, there was an update. Nice. Good to know that there was an update. It's updating, actually it's updating the installer, so that's good. Where I was at is now I updated the Windows updater settings, so this thing right here. So last checked was, why was it last checked there? I did the update like 5 minutes ago. Oh, it's got some more stuff. It's got security updates. Usually you want to check these a couple of times because there's usually more than one. These two shouldn't require a restart. I don't think they should. This one doesn't require a restart, just antivirus defender, and it'll update itself, so that's fine. This might require a restart since it's taking over. I went and got some snacks while I was gone, so I got Pop-Tarts and good snacks, so that's cool. I don't think these will require a restart. Nope. They didn't pull a rip tab. Oh, I gotta restart. Okay, well. Restart number 2. Here we go. It's restarting. You can't see what's happening because it's showing stuff. It's just a Dell logo with a circle on it. It's nothing exciting. Hey, you get to see this screen though. Cool. So updating your computer. Check off the list. I even got to demonstrate some updates because I needed to update my computer, so that's okay. Alright. Startup apps. I think I have to do them here. So start. If you're in the search menu, you can go here, you click startup apps, and here's your giant list of startup apps. The things I recommend you to leave on is anything to do with Intel management and graphics, anything with Java. Killer Intelligence Center is your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth card, I think. I have my Logitech hub because I have a Logitech keyboard and mouse that I need to make sure that's working. Don't use Microsoft Edge. Microsoft Edge is garbage. Use Google Chrome, actually. Or Microsoft Firefox. Or Mozilla Firefox. I can't see Microsoft. What does it say? Anything to do with Microsoft Teams. If you use OneDrive, then leave it on. I don't use OneDrive, so that's fine. Anything to do with, like, I don't know, programs or stuff, like Overwolf Launcher. That's how I really run my Minecraft mods and stuff. Phone link. I have an iPhone. I don't have an Android, so it's useless. The audio universal service, leave that on. Anything to do with any application like Skype, Spotify, Steam. Terminal you can leave on or off. I usually leave it off because I don't use Terminal. Update, I don't know what this is, but I leave it on anyways. And that's usually it. And any Windows or any Mac's audio services or anything to do with your Windows drivers, leave all that stuff on because it'll work better if it's left on than not. I also turned Alexa and Cortana off because they're stupid and I don't like them, so that's fine. I don't use them. I have Siri, so that's okay. Alright. Power saving. Oh, I also gotta show you the thing in the control panel. I gotta remember that. So, I shall do that now. In control panel, you're gonna go into control panel here. You're gonna type power into your power options. Now in Windows 11, you'll have to do everything through settings because it does change through command or controls panel. Through Windows 10, it's a little bit different. So in Windows 11, you can see it has balance, and this is the only option that is there. If you go to, I think, choose what power buttons do, you can do that. There's going to be some options below here, right here. These things just all say sleep. In general, when you press power button or when it's plugged in around battery, it put it to sleep because it's easier to just hit the button instead of going into this menu, hitting the star and hitting sleep option, so that's fine. It doesn't matter. When you close the lid or anything, just set it all to sleep so the computer will go to sleep. If you want to shut it down, just shut it down by going to start and shutting it down normally. It's not that bad. There's going to be a couple options down here. You're going to go into this menu and see this checkbox enabled. It says recommended. Now, I would recommend this to desktop users to leave this on, but if you're a laptop user, I recommend to turn this off. Now, there's some theory behind this because if fast startup is turned on, yes, it does turn on your laptop faster, but it also helps your laptop shut down faster. The reason why I don't like this is because when it shuts down, it puts the startup data into the RAM of the computer. And what happens is the laptop doesn't actually stay shut down completely. It just uses the littlest amount of battery. And on a laptop that runs a 3080 or 3090 even, actually 3090 seems a little ridiculous, a 3080 Ti, that can still draw power from the battery, and the next time you go to use your laptop, maybe in a couple of days, the laptop's just gonna be completely dead. And you're probably gonna wonder, why I shut it down? Why is it dead? It's because it was used in keeping the startup data in the RAM, so when you lift the laptop to wake it up, or to start it up, it'll start up faster because it's taking the startup data from the RAM, so it doesn't have to search through the entire computer to find the startup data. This is what this is. So for desktop users, it doesn't matter. Your computer is plugged in. It really doesn't matter. For laptop users, it kind of does matter. And also, it fixes driver and graphic issues. When I had fast startup turn on, my computer would do this really weird thing where it would crash in the middle of the night because it still does, but I think it's getting a fix recently because it seems to be better, and I tried it one night and it didn't do the thing. If I leave my laptop plugged in overnight with the lid open, it actually turns itself on and tries to start, but for some reason it crashes in the middle of the night and then it blue screens and then it goes into Windows recovery. I don't know why it does this. I still don't have an answer. Even turning this off, it does it, but it does it less. I still don't leave my laptop plugged in at night. And also I don't shut the lid at night because it's just sitting there open and it stays cooler that way, even though it's not on, but it doesn't matter. I leave that off and I do that system. So if you have a laptop, turn fast startup on. It helps the laptop shut down properly and start up properly so stuff doesn't break. Just a heads up. Which goes into my next thing of power saving. So you're gonna go back into settings here. You're gonna go down to power and battery, which says sleep, battery usage, and battery saver. You're gonna click this. And as you can see, my battery levels graph is just all over the place. And as you can see, it's charging at 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. What? I didn't plug the laptop in until it's not charged. No, my laptop is off. That graph is completely wrong. So as you can see right here, I have screen and sleep. As you can see, mine are set to different customs. On battery power, it turns my screen off after 10 minutes or puts the computer, just puts the computer to sleep after 10 minutes. And on plugged in, it puts my screen to sleep after half an hour. Now, in my control panel, I do have a screensaver. Change screensaver. I'll get it close enough. As you see, I have a screensaver here. I have it ribbons. I have it wait to turn on after 11 minutes because after 10 minutes, it puts the computer to sleep. But if it's on battery, after 11 minutes, it turns the screensaver on. And I have the ribbons thing, which is just Wow, it's ribbons. That's crazy, honestly. And that's basically it. So I have it set to ribbons and after 11 minutes, which on battery power, I never get to see the screensaver because it puts itself to sleep before it even turns on. On battery power, it does, and it puts to sleep after 10 minutes. It turns the screen off after 10 minutes. Just change these two because it'll change the two on the top by itself. And yeah, so to set up this power mode setting is very complicated and you're going to need your charging cable. So get your charging cable before you do this. I'm plugged in right now. As you can see, it's plugged in and it's at 100% because I'm charging it. So it's at best performance. So plug your laptop in. Make sure your settings menu is closed and you're going to open it up. And this is going to be defaulted to balance. Balanced is where it powers between, goes back and forth between best efficiency and best performance. When you're plugged in, you want your laptop to be using as much performance as possible, especially for gamers. Use your laptop best performance. Now, for gaming laptops, you have your mode switcher. I don't like that. Specifically, I'm shouting out Asus, and I think even Razer sometimes does this. I don't think it's Razer as much. It's definitely Asus. Asus is the culprit in my opinion. The power mode thing is dumb and I don't like it, and in control panel where it said balance, it said Asus. I ignore that and just set my own. So when it's plugged in, I recommend setting it to best performance so it will use as much performance as it can out of the GPU and the CPU and try to compensate the cooling. The laptop might get a little bit louder, but you're trying to get the most performance out of your thing. Now, when it's unplugged, which I'm gonna do it right now, I'm gonna pull the plug. The screen might go black for a second because it does this. It's gonna go black for a couple of seconds. Oh, it didn't go black, that's cool. I have my power cable. As you can see, it's right here. It actually did the thing where it was supposed to. I'm gonna close the menu. I'm gonna go back in, I'm gonna go back to settings, and I'm gonna go back to battery and sleep. Oh, you can't see it because my, okay. If Energy Saver wasn't on, you would be able to see it's set to best power efficiency. If you don't like the battery saver, and sorry, I didn't know that was there, it would set to best power efficiency. Here's another thing that I have set up, which is just under. I'm gonna turn it back on so you get the idea. You're gonna set that to that, so it just does it automatically if battery saver doesn't come on when it's on. Automatic battery saver. I recommend any laptop user that is not plugged in to enable this feature. As you can see, it says battery saver is on, and if you look in the little corner here, I have a battery with a little, what is it, a freaking, I don't know, leaf? It's up here. Yeah, battery symbol with a leaf, and I have 3 hours and 39 minutes, which is a lie. That battery does not last this long, this battery sucks. I have it set to turn on automatically at 100%. Because I want my laptop to last as long as possible while plugged in. So I have it set to battery saver, plugged in, unplugged at 100%, so it will turn on the battery saver at any point in time. And I have it on, and also I have lower, you can have lower screen brightness when a battery saver on, even though it's off, it lowered the screen anyways, which was odd. You can't tell, but I can tell instantly. I guess it turned off background graphics. What it does is it reduces, I'm trying to think here. Think, Nathan, think. Oh, it says right here. Extends battery life by limiting notifications and background activity. So Windows updates won't happen if you're not plugged in, which I think is a good thing. So it turns on when it's at 100, even if it's at 100%, which is just the always setting, and it will give you the most battery life out of it, which I think is definitely a huge plus. Am I out of things to say? Did I cover everything? Did my recording stop? Hopefully it did not stop. Did my recording stop? Please tell me my recording is. It didn't stop! Yay! I don't know why it stopped before. It was very interesting. My phone was being a little silly. Also, if you have one of the Dell docks, do the update while the dock is plugged in because you can actually update the dock's firmware to support your laptop for better charging and better display output and better data transfer. I did it here in the room because my roommate was asleep. He's not asleep anymore, but I had to have my room to my own so I can record this. Do it while it's plugged into all of your stuff. So any stuff that's by Dell or needs a firmware update, it will get that update at the same time in that same Dell update menu. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share this video with friends and family. Share this video with your grandma because she might want to get this information and try saving battery on her laptop if she has a beefy gaming machine. I don't know why your grandma would have a beefy gaming machine, but maybe your grandma's into video games. I don't know. That's it. Peace and high five.